Good Thursday morning, everyone. Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's weather forecasts, we are going to be going over what we can expect as we head into December. But we are still continuing to deal with a couple storm systems, which one of them is that bomb cyclone, which continues to bring that potential for some catastrophic flooding up there in Eureka. But we will, eventually see that calm down as we head into the weekend. But the thing that we're mainly focusing on is the potential for more winter storms by the time we head into December, and we will also need to be watching for some surges of cold air to roll on through also by the time we get into December. So definitely make sure to stay tuned till the end so that way you guys know about what to expect as we head to December by clicking that like button, subscribing if you haven't already, and as well as leaving any questions, comments, or concerns that you guys have down below. You guys can leave anything down below as long as it's respectful, and I will get to those right after today's weather forecast. But let's first go ahead and give you guys a heads up if you do live around the Eureka area, as once again we do have a rare high risk for flash flooding across Eureka for today, so definitely make sure to continue to be on high alert if you do live in Eureka, as once again we could be seeing anywhere from a foot to maybe up there towards 15 inches of rainfall. Now a lot of that has already fallen, but once again though, you guys are still expected to see a lot of rainfall today, and you guys, let's say you guys even seen a lot of it during the last few days. But like I said though, continue to be on high alert if you do live in Eureka, as mudslides, some of those rivers will likely even get close to major flood stage, and we will also likely see some fast moving floodwaters in some of those areas, which is kind of like what we saw with Helene, where those waters were moving so fast they swept all those houses away. So that's why we want you guys to be on high alert in Eureka, as fast moving floodwaters are possible, but it looks to be mudslides and major river flooding looks to be the biggest concern. But still be prepared for fast moving floodwaters, as this could still be catastrophic. Now let's go ahead and talk about what's going to be happening today with both wind and snow. Starting off with the wind gusts, this is going to be from the morning through the evening hours today. Now this doesn't mean you're going to see strong winds, up to 50 miles per hour, which is what those pink colors mean right there. But you definitely can expect there to be 50-mile-per-hour winds at times for today, and this mainly looks to be during the evening hours. So if you do live up here in Madison, definitely watch for some strong 40 to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts across that area, mainly during the morning hours and into the early afternoon hours for today, and that could definitely even linger into the middle of the afternoon. But all of that is going to continue to push farther down to the south by the time we head into the later afternoon and early evening hours for today. And I mean, this could very well last until midnight. It doesn't look like those winds are going to be as strong as they push farther down to the south, because they brought because it's probably because they're expected to bring a lot of wind gusts up here, which is kind of going to die the wind out a little bit. But it's still going to be strong enough to bring some 40 to 50 mile per hour winds across southern Indiana and southern Illinois. So definitely make sure you're still paying attention if you do live across southern Illinois, southern Indiana, and perhaps even Kentucky. So definitely something to not ignore and to kind of get ready for by securing your objects, and of course making sure you have a way to stay safe just in case those wind gusts get really powerful, which they probably won't, because we're only talking 40 to 50. But like I said though, they can definitely get quite strong and rough. So definitely get ready for that if you do live from Madison all the way back down there into the Lehigh Valley. And like I said, there's going to be from the morning into the evening hours for today, and that will include both areas. And then not only will we be dealing with the wind, but we'll also be dealing with the threat of some snowfall across this entire area right here. Now, it looks like these areas might be the only ones to see snowfall, but that is not true. This is going to continue to push farther southeast, and some of this is even going to kind of push down there towards, let's say, Evansville, and that down there even towards Paducah, Kentucky. Now, that doesn't mean that this, will be heavy. It doesn't really look to be as bad as it does continue to push far down to the south, but it will definitely be bad for places like Cincinnati, Indianapolis, up there into Fort Wayne. You guys are gonna, see quite a bit of snowfall for today. But like I said, as it does push far down to the south, this will likely weaken, but will still be enough to maybe get your first flurry of the season if you do live down here towards, like I said, Evansville, Paducah, over there into Louisville. Those areas, like I said, could still see their first flake of the season. So definitely, be watching out for that if you do live in those areas. But, like I said, it doesn't really look to be as bad as it does push far down to the south. So no travel impact expected south of Bloomington, Indiana. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some storm systems that we will need to be watching for by the time we head closer to Thanksgiving. Now, this is only a few days before Thanksgiving, thankfully, but, we will still need to be watching for some snowfall around Thanksgiving, but this is on November 25th, where this does show a little pocket there of heavy snowfall developing around the Great Lakes, which could mean some lake effect snowfall, so those will be areas to continue to watch closely for. And that won't be the only one to watch for. We got another system over here that we'll need to keep an eye on by the time we head into the 27th of November. So once again, I don't think this is going to be too crazy for those areas far down to the south, but I definitely do think we will need to watch this one closely, as we are heading far out enough to where things could still change. But like I said, though, we will definitely continue to watch this area very closely for maybe a storm or two to develop. Like I said, it's still a little bit uncertain at this point, but we'll keep an eye on it closely. But one of our biggest concerns that we definitely have to keep an eye on is a potential winter storm as we head into December. Now, we're not taking a look at this because we're gonna see this. We're taking a look at this to kind of let you guys know that we are getting closer to winter, which means the chances of winter storms are increasing. So, that could definitely mean maybe a winter storm or two developing by the time we head into December. Maybe even an ice storm, as some of those purples and pink colors are showing up. And that might continue as we head into December 6th, with still maybe some heavy snow, freezing rain, and sleet continuing across those areas. And once again, those purple colors indicate either freezing rain or sleet. So once again, I don't think this is going to be, something that we're really going to see as we head into December, because this is still really far out. But like I said, though, those chances of winter storms, will definitely start to increase as we head to December. So that's why we got to watch for one closely, as that potential for a winter storm will definitely be there as we head to December. And I mean, this could still very well be, something that we may see as we head to December. But like I said, this is far out, so expect some things to change as we head to December. But like I said, we will definitely keep an eye on it closely. Let's now go ahead and look at the Climate Prediction Center outlook. And now you guys can see for the 6 to 10 day outlook, which is anywhere from November 28th all the way to November 30th. And that's when we are expecting well below average temperatures across parts there of the Rocky Mountains, heading from Washington back down into Wyoming and all the way back up there into the Dakotas. Those will be the areas to see that, highest risk for below average temperatures, while Montana and North Dakota will be in the bullseye for well below average temperatures, while above average temperatures will continue far down to the south. With precipitation, though, since you guys, in the mountain areas are expecting above average precipitation, you guys could even see above average snowfall, as we do have a pretty big area to watch for, at least some above average precipitation. But it's especially going to be this green color right here that you see that, will be the area to watch the closest, as we could see some pretty well above average snowfall and precipitation in this area. So, we will continue to watch, the end of November very closely, as we will have that potential for both above average rain and snowfall depending on your location, because, you may see above average rainfall if you do live down here in the deep south where you guys are expecting above average temperatures, or you might expect some snowfall, especially if you live far to the north. But like I said, that we will keep an eye on it closely. And things do get a little bit interesting as we get into December, as we are going to continue to see this cold air surge on into places like the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and as well as the central United States, while above average precipitation will continue across much of this area, and same goes for parts there of the Rocky Mountains too as well. So, we'll definitely watch it very closely once again by the time we head into the beginning of December, which will be from November 28th into the beginning of December, like I said. So, definitely continue to be on the lookout if you do live in this green color or this blue color, because, whether you are seeing one or the other or both, this could be a crazy weather pattern. Now, let's now go ahead and look at your total snowfall now, and as you guys can see, we are expecting a lot of snowfall across this entire area right here, as you guys can see. We aren't really, super, concerned farther down to the south. I mean, this model is kind of being a little bit bullish, by the way, on snowfall occurring far down to the south. And, like I said, the guys, even though we could very well see that storm as we head into December, it's obviously something that could change a lot, especially because we're looking over 14 days out. So, like I said, far down to the south, we're not really too concerned as of right now, but, it still kind of remains a question mark on if that will be right. But the areas I'm especially concerned about is the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, all the way up there into the northwest through the Rocky Mountains and all the way back over there into the Mid-Atlantic and northeast, where I do think that will be our highest chance of seeing some snowfall. So once again, we will continue to watch it very closely, but things could still change, like I said, as we are still looking quite far out. And same with precipitation. We are expecting a lot of precipitation once again to occur across the northwest, as we are continuing to see that threat for catastrophic flooding over there in Eureka. It doesn't show as much rainfall, but like I said, though, a lot of this rainfall in Eureka has already fallen. So, we obviously aren't talking a foot, but we could definitely see maybe up to 6 inches of rainfall, so that will be enough to still cause some pretty big flooding, as that ground cannot handle any more water. But even if you don't see snowfall, a lot of precipitation is definitely likely across both the northeast all the way back down there into the south and southeast. So we'll definitely watch it closely, but like I said, it still kind of does remain a little bit uncertain on what exactly we'll see. But like I said, we will keep an eye on it very closely, as things could really start to ramp up. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy today's weather forecast. Once again, if you are new here to the YouTube channel, or if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button, as we will continue to keep you guys updated with the latest on weather with Sim. I also do have a winter forecast coming out this weekend, which is a little bit earlier than when I anticipate it to come out. But like I said, though, I did, finish it pretty quick. At least a little quicker than what I was expecting, so that's why I'm going to try to release it this weekend. So if you would like to stay tuned for it, especially click that notification bell, so that way you are notified whenever I do my winter forecast, which once again is expected to be this weekend. But also don't forget to leave a thumbs up too as well. Those help out more than you know. And of course, leave any questions, comments, or concerns that you guys have down below. You guys can leave anything down below, as long as it's respectful, and I hope you guys all have a great Thursday, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone. Ooh.